Okay, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Oh my god. Welcome to Dragon Junwei. So fast, I literally just started the stream. But thank you again for joining us always. Oh my god. Today, well, yesterday was not a good day for sure. I was supposed to stream, but then the internet was like so bad, like I couldn't even open stuff on my phone and just kept like disconnecting, reconnecting, disconnecting, reconnecting, like repetitively, so I got like super exhausted by the end of it. I was like, nah, I don't really want to anymore. No, why? I don't want to do a face reveal though. I think it's like probably not something that's like good for everyone involved. I don't know, these days I feel like my what do you call it? My self-confidence has like taken quite a big hit recently. Because like I think I mentioned to you guys that there was like a new girl coming into the office who was like assigned under me, and then I didn't realize that time, but like one of my the coworkers, so like okay, the original guy who is under me right now, let's just call him like coworker A. So the girl coming in is coworker B. So like like a while back, like coworker A ended up showing me like her picture. I was like, holy shit, she was so pretty. My god, like she's like a recent college graduate, so she's like pretty young, but then like my god, she was like so pretty. It was like ended up being like really stressful also. Because like how sometimes it's like when someone is like too pretty or too handsome around you, it just makes you feel really bad in comparison. Kind of like that. Even though obviously it's like not her fault or anything, but still like you still end up feeling that way. And then, yeah, so I ended up being like really stressed about it. Because, like, imagine, like, yesterday I came into the office a little bit earlier than usual because, like, she was gonna come and I was, like, worried that she wouldn't be able to find the place easily. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just, like, arrive a little bit earlier to make sure, like, everything goes okay. And then, coincidentally, both coworker A and coworker B arrived in the office at the same time because they met at the train station together, and so they ended up walking to the office together. And then, the weird thing was like coworker A was basically like he came in carrying her backpack for her. And then the whole time I was just staring at that. It's like, wow, it's like, this is what you call like pretty privilege. Because it's like, I have literally never had a guy ever offer to carry my stuff for me. Like, I'm talking about like petty things. It's like for large items, yeah, like guys usually take pity on me and they'll just say, okay, like, I'll help you out. But it's only if it's like an incredibly like large, like super bulky item. But for like anything small, I was like, yeah, nope, that's never happened. So it's like, and I just felt like so bad for myself afterwards. I was so irritated by the whole thing. But yeah, that's how it goes for sure. I don't know. And then it just reminds me of like the things that my mom keeps saying is like the world really is like different towards like pretty people. Because like when she was younger, she actually had this time when she was going to go to school, except it was like raining really, really bad, so there were like floods everywhere. And she was just kind of like standing around trying to figure out like how do I go to school like this? Because she can't cross anywhere, right? And then like coincidentally that time one of her other classmates ended up in the same area as her. So like they were literally standing side by side, and almost immediately a bunch of guys like came over, like they rushed over to them and started like building like a wooden plank for them to cross the flood. And then my mom was so irritated because it's like when she needed help, like no one paid attention to her. As in, like literally, she was being ignored by all of the guys around her. But as soon as her friend, who was like pretty and like much taller than her, came and saying, "Bam!" It's like everyone's like helping her out. It's like, what is this situation? So yeah, I don't know. I've always had like a little bit of like annoyance with things like this. I mean, it's not obviously it's not her fault or anything. She does like put in a lot of effort, but sometimes you still can't help but feel jealous anyways. Cause like she came into the office with like full blown makeup, like false lashes, colored contact lenses, and like really long like acrylic nails and all that. And kind of feeling is like, is this even office appropriate? But it's like I didn't want to judge because like um we do have like a dress code, but like not. I didn't want to be mean about it, so I was like, you know, I didn't even say anything anymore. It's fine. It's like you're okay. Like, but if she starts dressing badly though, that's the only time I'm going to complain, because like sometimes in your like in our line of work, you kind of have to be a little bit more cautious about things like this because you don't want to cause problems. Because before we did actually have like kind of like a pseudo stalking incident in the office because like one girl she's very friendly, like she's just like her normal personality is like generally friendly, so every time when we'd leave the office compound we'd always have to pass by the guardhouse, right? And then at one point, like, because I think that time I wasn't there on site because like I was assigned elsewhere, but like that girl, like every time she'd usually pass by the guardhouse, the guard would end up like kind of blocking her way. And so for her, obviously, like she's kind of awkward because like she's not a confrontational type of person, right? So she's kind of like, oh, you know, hey, like what's up? And then he'd always be like, oh, you know, hey, like you're so nice. It's like, oh, where do you live? Like, do you live nearby? Kind of like how do you go home? Like those so many questions, like continuously. He just kept pestering her like every single day about it, up to the point like she was so stressed about the whole situation because like she couldn't figure out like how to like stop him from doing things like that. So she ended up having to report it to management. And then eventually they changed that security guard. But like, can you imagine like something like that happening to you in your office? Like, that's so stressful, right? Uh, Eating. Oh, mushroom carbonara. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Damn it, I really want pasta now. Bubble tea! Bubble tea is so good too. I really like bubble tea with like the cream topping, kind of like cream cheese foam, something like that. Those are usually my favorites. If ends up if the milk tea place I choose has like a really bad like cream cheese topping, I'll probably never order from there again. But yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, you know, in exchange, because like that my coworker B is like so pretty now. Today, when I went to the office, because technically Mondays to Thursdays we have like a uniform, and then Fridays is kind of like a little bit more casual. Because like normally when I dress casually in the office, it's actually not very casual because I still dress very similarly to the usual uniform we have, just out of like convenience sake, because I don't really want to think about it too hard. But then I ended up dressing slightly better just to like compensate, which is kind of a good thing because I ended up having like a surprise meeting with some like upper management people out of the blue. It's like coincidentally because I was just passing by their office and they saw me and they're like, "Oh hey, like can we have a meeting?" It's like, what? I was like, I am not prepared for this. I was like, are you sure? Because like my manager's not here right now. It's like, no, it's okay. Let's just have the meeting anyways. It's like, okay. So I ended up joining a meeting, and like, you know how frustrating it is to join a meeting where you're technically not even the decision maker. So the entire time you kind of just have to like say like, okay, I will discuss this with my boss later. Okay, I will discuss this with my boss later. It's just like a lot of that happening, and then you kind of have to like pay a lot of attention to what's going on in the meeting because you end up having to like explain all of this later on to your manager who is like not around, right? So yeah. um not paid enough to do things like this, I swear. Like if I don't get promoted by the end of this year, I'm gonna be so mad, I swear. Cause like my manager keeps telling me like, oh, you know, I'm planning on getting you promoted this year, so you have to like perform really well. As if I go through all of this struggle and he still doesn't promote me, it's like I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I might as well just give up, cause like it's it doesn't really feel worth it at that point anymore. But yeah. Anyways, that is like the struggles of like corporate life, pretty much. Last time I had a hard time doing this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this time, but Like, let's just see, and hopefully we survive this. Because this was definitely not fun the first time I did this, though. Like, look at that. It's such a long stage just for this. I kind of just wanted to, like... Yeah. I kind of lost my train of thought, but pretty much... Uh-huh. Okay, perspective change. Oh, thank God he actually survived that. Oh, just barely. Just barely! Okay, that was pretty close to like being wrong, but okay, at least we survived. No! Oh my god, that was so late. Damn it. Ah, we failed just one. We were like pretty not too far off anymore. Well, actually, oh thank God they don't let you like start all over from the beginning. That would have been exhausting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried because this girl doesn't seem very good so far, which is kind of weird because she graduated from like a related course to our work, but then when you ask her questions like basic concepts, it's like she doesn't even know what I'm talking about. So it's like, are you sure you're fit for like this line of work? But yeah, pretty much when I'm trying to explain simple things and it's like she doesn't know what I'm talking about, and but then if you ask her like, oh, did you understand me? And then she'll end up having to say like, oh, I didn't. Like after the meeting with like some of the management people, like I asked her like, so do you have any questions about what happened a while ago? And she's like, oh, no. It's like, okay, that's good. It's like, but did you understand what was happening? And she's all like, no, also. It's like, so that means I had to re-explain everything to her anyways. Man, the timing for this is difficult. Maybe I should just like press it or something. This one's like really not sensitive at all. Okay, that one's too early. Okay. Man, if I end up being stuck on this for like 10 minutes more or something, I'm gonna be like so annoyed. But especially this one, I'm just so annoyed because like the delay is so long. From the time that you actually like press the button before they do it. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. We finished! Thank God for that. But yeah, oh my god. Just remembering incident that happened like a few months back when I visited like a coworker's house at I mean a bunch of us visited our coworker's house. And like that dude, because he was going to go home first, he's like, okay, I want to commute first instead. Like you guys like just drive there on your own to my house, and like, but I will commute first. Like, okay. And he's asking a favor, like, oh hey, like is it okay if I like leave my bag with you guys so I don't have to like carry it while I'm commuting? I was like, sure, since we're riding a car anyways, it's gonna be safe, right? And so as soon as we get to his house, like obviously like everyone's getting out of the car, and like me, I was like, okay, kind of awkward, but then like I ended up getting that dude's bag out of my car. And so like I'm holding it and just like standing there, and like literally not a single person's around to like help me, even though they're all like free. And as soon as the guy who owns the house comes out and he's like looking at me, it's like, why are you the one carrying my bag? Like, did no one offer to help you? It's like, no. So yeah, I don't know. It's just really depressing all around. But anyways, I guess that's how life is sometimes. I feel like I had a lot of stuff to talk about yesterday, but I kind of forgot most of it. But yeah, anyways. As for coworker A though, I have no idea what's gonna happen to him because my manager keeps asking like, oh hey, like do you think we should like regularize him? Should we like consider him as like a full-time employee now? And I was like, no, not really. I wouldn't really recommend it. It's like, are you sure? It's like, what if your standards are just too high? He just keeps asking me that again and again. It's like, if you don't believe me, it's like you could just like not listen to me, you know? Like there's no point in like getting my opinion and also like not listening to me anyways. I feel like that just wastes both of our time. And he was all like, oh, and I was like telling him like, oh, you know, because like this dude is a little bit like argumentative. He's like, he doesn't really like taking accountability when he's wrong or something like that. It's like earlier in the day actually, like when he was writing the report, like there was a part that he ended up missing, or kind of like, I don't know, like when they were editing it got deleted or something. So like I ended up having to add that back in. So I was like telling my manager, oh hey, I think you guys missed a certain portion. And then he was like telling a coworker A, like, oh hey, like you forgot to write this down. And you know what coworker A's response is? He's all like, oh, you know, oh sir, because it's like you were the one who deleted it. And like my boss was so nice, like, really, you're blaming me for this? It's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's still like your report, right? It's like you should take accountability for it. It's like precisely the thing I've been trying to tell him. Oh my god. Oh no, I fell. Wait, how do I get back up? Yeah, so it's like telling him like, see, this is exactly the attitude he has. And you know what my manager's response to me is, even though ironically he was the one who was just complaining about it. He's all like, oh, you know, that's how it is with like the new generation, like they're really like that. I was like, even my son is also like, he never like takes accountability every time he makes a mistake. I was thinking like, that's just your fault as like a parent, you know. That's like, it's not supposed to be like a generational issue. It's just like your your failure in your parenting job. But well, I couldn't say that to him obviously, but that's basically how it goes. It's like, just because you think it's normal doesn't mean you should accept that kind of behavior. Because like, imagine if his son ended up going into a corporate office and he still has that kind of attitude, do you think like his own employers will be happy with him? Probably not, right? So it's like, why would you tolerate this just because it's someone else? Yeah, even me, I'm curious also what happened. What the? E? Oh. Wow. Once the chroma kite has been colored in chromatic, winds will blow it hither and thither, sketching out a colorful trail in the sky. Asha can attach themselves to this trail to soar in the air. Gambare, gambare. Okay, there we go. I think we got it now. That was a little bit strange, but anyways. All's well as it ends well, I think. Yeah, that was simultaneously exhilarating and also very boring. I think it's mostly because this guy doesn't talk, so it kind of just makes it a little bit like too quiet sometimes. You turned the tide of misfortune together. No more spin for bubble tea? What do you mean? Is there like a free promotion right now? Oh, the free upsize. Oh, okay. Too bad for that though. At least I think Churin should be able to get like a drink though. Wait, when is it gonna appear? I think there might be a gap between like when the points happen, and huh. Okay, I'm actually not sure. Like, did the redeem happen properly? There's supposed to be like a drink going on. Okay, I'll probably have to check that again soon. Anyways, sometimes it like really lags a bit, but it's not supposed to though. I think recently these days my internet's been like, well, aside from yesterday, but like it should be stable enough that like changes should happen almost immediately.
最後の安全テストクリアだね。これでな。あーちゃ、聞いたか？俺たちやったぞ。
Man, though I really miss drinking milk tea. I'm trying not to drink too much because it's like too much sugar for me, but like yeah, I'm not really sure about 3.5 either. I have no idea what the topic is even about, honestly. I'm just curious about what's gonna happen to Danheng in March. So it better be something good, otherwise I'm gonna be so annoyed. Because like I think there's not really much going on with like Hysolence and Ceredra. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Darkrai. Oh my god, you kind of missed like the earlier. I ended up ranting so much about the new coworker that I got. But yeah. So much stuff going on as usual. I mean, she seems nice, but like not really much going on up there. Also, I discovered that she actually used to play Genshin because she actually recognized my profile picture. She was like asking like, "Oh, do you play Genshin? Because like you have your profile picture is like child, right?" Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, you played too?" It's like she's like, "Yeah, because like back then during the pandemic, but then afterwards when like face-to-face classes started happening again, like I stopped playing." I was like, huh, you stopped playing Genshin? She was like, okay, kind of disappointing, but like I can't really like say anything. And then she was all like, okay, yeah, that's how it goes on. It's when you're too busy. So asking like, so do you like still play any games now? She's like, oh yeah, I play Roblox. It's like, oh my god, I have never met a person in real life who plays Roblox, and I couldn't comment on that either. It's like I just know that there's so much stuff that goes on with Roblox that I don't really know if it's like a safe game to play in general, because I've heard so many horror stories about it. So yeah, it's pretty like, I don't know, pretty sus, honestly. But yeah, the new coworker. Okay, I'll just call her coworker B. So like coworker A is like the guy who's been with me for like a few months, who I don't like. I think you've heard so many of my complaints about him. And then so coworker B, I'll just call her coworker B for like convenience. It's like, she's like she's a new girl, so she just graduated like this year, I think. So I was like assigned to like train her and all that. So yesterday was her first day under me, and it's like, she's so pretty. Like, she's a little bit like too pretty. It's like actually making me stressful in reverse. But yeah, and then so I reached office earlier than both coworker A and coworker B, and then both of them like coincidentally met at the train station. And so they came into the office at the same time, and as soon as they opened the door, like literally coworker A is carrying her backpack for her. It's like, how? Like, you guys just like met each other recently and then you're already carrying stuff for her? Like, this is one of those things that's like pretty privileged, I swear, because I have never had a guy offer to carry like petty things for me. Like, if it's just like major things, let's say like a really bulky item, like yeah, they'll probably help me out. But for anything small, like just like, you know, like the stuff that you offer just for like the sake of like offering to help, it's like, nope. No one has ever done that. So now I feel like really bad in comparison. I was so irritated by the whole thing. But yeah. Well, I don't know. Roblox is very popular, but there's been like so many. I don't know. I think recently I read an article about how this kid got kidnapped because of a dude that he met on Roblox who turned out to be some kind of suspicious adult or whatever. So it's kind of sad. It's a sad day. And then ends up, I think the parents are trying to sue the creators of Roblox for what happened, which, I mean, I don't know. It's still honestly like the parents' fault for not like monitoring what's happening to their kids. I think that's probably like the bigger issue as opposed to like suing the game. But you know, this is the reason why parental controls exist, is mostly to prevent these kinds of things from happening. And sometimes if you just like if you don't take care of your kids, it's like bad things will happen. But yeah. So, anyways, she's too pretty. She came into the office with like full makeup, like false lashes, colored contact lenses, like really long acrylic nails. It's like, I don't know, is this kind of stuff even allowed in the office? But anyways, I didn't really want to say anything since my manager didn't say anything, so it's like, it's fine, whatever. You can just do what you want. Downloaded Roblox kind of like Sims and you can play thousands of scenarios but get bored deleted after 15 minutes. Like, I don't know, I just generally don't like games like that. Mostly, you know, like the bare minimum is because I hate the graphics. Like, I just really can't tolerate that kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't know, it's like, you know, the problem with like relying on my manager is that he's very difficult. Like, he's one of those people who keep asking like, oh, do you think we should regularize coworker A? And I was like, honestly no, because he's like kind of bad at his job. And he's like, are you sure? Maybe you're just being like too strict about it or something. It's like, if you don't want to listen to me, don't ask for my opinion. Because like, if you regularize this guy and in the future he causes you problems, I'm going to straight up tell you, I told you so. Because pretty much from the start, I've been telling you this guy is like bad news. So it's like, if you know, if other people start complaining, they're gonna blame him for regularizing that dude. But this girl, like, she's nicer, like, personality-wise. She doesn't seem confrontational, but, like, despite being, like, a business management graduate, she has, like, very, very little knowledge about anything business or management related. Like, I'm asking her basic concepts. Like, there's a lot of stuff in the industry that you should know, but then, like, every time I ask her, like, oh, like, do you know what this is? And, like, she's like, oh, I don't. It's like, and, like, probably half of the things, like, the really basic things. Like, for example, like, petty cash. I don't know if, like, other people know this, but basically petty cash is like when you're a company, like sometimes you need to make purchases here, but not all purchases are like worth going through the trouble of like making an entire like purchase order. Like you might want to say like, oh, it's like a really small value, maybe it's just like $2 worth, so like I don't want to go through the hassle of like ordering it from a supplier. Maybe I'll just buy it from the convenience store. So in which case a petty cash is basically like, okay, you just talk to the cashier, it's like, I need to buy this, like, can I buy it using company funds? And like if it's approved, they're like, yeah, okay, let's go for it. So she doesn't even know that concept. I was like, what? Like, how? You're telling me you graduated from like a business course and you don't know what a petty cash is? So I was like, and pretty much anytime I'd ask her questions, she just keeps saying like, oh, I don't know what that is. Like, oh, could you like, she'll sometimes ask me like, oh, could you explain this to me? Like, yeah, okay, that's good, thanks for asking. But also, like, why do you not know this? And, like, more to the point, like, shouldn't you just be Googling this yourself first before asking me? It's like, I don't know. They don't want opinion, they want validation for their opinion. Yeah, pretty much. And, like, you know, I'm just keep telling him straight up. It's like, if you end up regularizing this dude, it's gonna be your problem. Like, straight up, other managers will get mad at you for regularizing this guy. And you know, like recently, because like actually earlier in that day, like when we were making the report, there was one part that coworker A cut out, or well, not exact. I'm not entirely sure who cut it out, but basically, like it was like a missing portion of the report. So I ended up adding it in, and I told my manager, "Oh hey, I think you guys forgot this certain portion of the report." So he was like, "Oh thanks, oh my god, like thank God, like you caught that, right? Because like that would have been like an embarrassing mistake." I was like, sure, no problem. And then he was like telling coworker A, like, oh, you know, you should have paid attention to this. And you know what coworker A says? It's like, oh, but sir, I think you were the one who deleted this when you were editing it a while ago. And like my manager was like so irritated. It's like, what do you mean? It's like you're blaming me for this. It's like you're also the one writing this report. You're the one who printed it out, which means you should have also done like final checks to make sure everything was okay. Like, or like, what kind of attitude do you have that you're like immediately blaming your manager for a mistake, right? You know, like how embarrassing that like this guy has only been in the company for like what, 4 months maybe, and like you're talking back to a manager already. And then so later on, when my manager was talking to me about him, like we were kind of like out of the room, and it's like saying, like, "Oh, sir, didn't that just happen like literally earlier this morning?" And he told me like, "Oh, that's just how it is with like the new generation. They really don't know how to take accountability when they're wrong." And I was like, oh, okay, but like that's still not good. And he's all like, even my son is like that. He's also the same. He doesn't like admitting when he's wrong. It's like, and I was just saying that's like your moral failure as a parent. Like that's your job to fix his attitude. You don't let him stay like that because his son is pretty young. Also, like they're not even high school age, and like you're telling me they're already like this, and like fix it. Like also, like if you think about it, like would you want your son to grow up and then end up going into the workforce with that kind of attitude? I guarantee you managers will end up hating him in the future as well. It's like don't tolerate it just because it's like your son does the same thing. If anything, all the more you shouldn't tolerate it. Well, actually, like I mean, in the end, though, I still think it was like coworker A who was still wrong. Like, even if your manager like kind of messed it up, but like at the end of the day, the report is under his name. It's under coworker A's name. So it's like if you're going to write a report, you have to like take accountability. And again, double check everything. So it's like you can't just like straight up tell your manager, "Oh, like it's your fault because you deleted it." It's like if you saw a mistake, you just tell your manager like, "Oh, sir, I think we forgot to include this part," and then that's it. The discussion is over, right? So everyone's happy because you caught a mistake and you corrected it easily without blaming anyone. But then if you end up saying like, "Oh, I think it's your fault because you deleted it," it's like, what impression do you think that gives to your boss, right? It's like this is the kind of things that you learn after being in the workforce for so long. Like you have to pick your battles. Like like sometimes you're gonna be unhappy that like it really is their fault, but like at the same time, like is it really worth fighting over? Because ends up like yeah, you might have been right, but like your manager's not gonna be happy with you. So like who actually loses in the end, right? Right? I don't know. I think it's my case, like because I had to learn how to be like accepting in the early days. Cause like in for me, like it's like if I know I'm wrong, I'll just say, okay, I'm sorry, I'll like do it better next time. If I'm correct though, I will argue. Because I don't tolerate managers who end up doing the wrong thing just for the heck of it. That's why a lot of managers actually appreciated me because I'm not like one of those like yes people or like I think the term is like yes man. There's a lot of like yes mans in the world who pretty much when you tell them like, oh, I think we should do this, and then, oh yes sir, like oh should we do this, yes sir, like oh maybe we should do this instead, yes sir. It's like if you have those kinds of people in the office, they're pretty much worthless also because they don't really contribute anything to the discussion. Yeah, both of you guys are here. Yeah. So I don't know. Videos of iPad toddlers screeching when Tala is taken away, and parents says we have to give them iPad, otherwise they throw us. Or like child videos screeching child in mall, and parents don't do anything. Like yeah, honestly, I don't understand parents who do that. It's like if you don't want to like deal with your kid or like train them properly or like teach them the right way, you might as well not have kids. And honestly, it's like having a kid is like a lot of work. There's so much responsibility to like ensure they grow up into be like a decent, responsible human being. So if you're not willing to put in that effort, don't have kids. It's really not worth it. And the frustrating thing is I feel like the people who don't want kids are those who actually understand like the burden it is, or like the responsibility you need to be able to raise a person properly. It's those people who are like so wishy-washy about it. It's like, oh my god, I want to have a kid, and you ask them why, and they're like, oh no, it just seems fun. It's like, what does that mean? It's like, what do you mean having a kid seems fun? It's like having a kid is like one of the most difficult things in the world. Like exactly, like if you don't, kids are so expensive. Like damn, they're so damn expensive. Like just having the tuition fee for a child who's 5 years old, and like so basically preschool age. And this time, okay, this was I think maybe last year or last year, for a 1 year tuition fee from a 5-year-old kid who is studying at home. So they're taking online classes. They're taking online classes studying at home for a 5 year, it would cost me over 3 months of my salary. Just for a 5 year old child. It's like, what are you even teaching them that would justify paying that much money? And I already have a slightly high, I have considered like a higher than average salary for like my age and like my general like position level is slightly above average already. So if I was like a regular, let's say minimum wage worker, it would take me probably 6 months of my salary just for like 1 year's tuition fee for a 5 year old child. That's not even including anything else. It's not including like their food costs, their clothing costs, their like school material costs. It's like, how the hell does it reach that high, you know? It's like it's pretty much daylight robbery. And yet people still think it's like so easy to raise a child. It's like I can barely like tolerate my own expenses. It's like, and you're telling me that I have to pay for like someone else right now? It's like, why would I do that? I don't have that kind of like motherly instinct or whatever. I don't really feel like the world needs more people because like it's so expensive. I don't know. It's like the world is just pretty much going to hell right now. So it's pretty depressing overall. But yeah. High Silence is DOT. I can't remember which element though. Wait, I posted it in Discord, so you can probably check it there. It feels like it was like, was it physical? Or something. But yeah, so High Silence should work very well with Kafka and Black Swan, although I'm not really sure like if you need all of them or maybe just, I think Kafka would be the priority. Oh yeah, High Silence is a physical character. Yeah, pretty much. Siridra is the one that can do like a double skill, so she's useful for characters like Anaxa and Phynon. As for other characters, I'm not really sure. Because like, if you have double skills, you also, that means you're gonna be very SP high, and SP draining, kind of like that. So you do have to have like characters that will offset that, or like really good sustained characters that can generate good SP for you. Otherwise, you might have a really hard time. But yeah. I actually did not. I feel like I missed the entire dialogue. Wait! Okay, I'm just gonna read this really quick for some reason. I don't know why I kept pressing even though I wasn't actually reading it properly. Okay, yeah, okay, so the ride is problematic, but then they just want to take pictures, and Melani's like, no, it's not just pictures, it's like the actual ride is important. Yeah, okay, and then we're gonna fix it, and then they're going to offer to help? Wait, is this Saurians? The Razzle Dazzle Mega Slide's current paint job still leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, it has to be sprayed from the Spirit Way? It's a formidable challenge. Oh, so it's just painting works? Okay, that seems kind of like petty, but anyways. Every private school fees for 1 month is above what average parent makes on 2 months. This is when it's stated in our constitution that school must be non-profitable. They mandate buying books back, stationery from school upcharged by 10 times and eat the money. Oh my god, yeah, you know, school materials are just like insane. Like back when I was in school, like pretty much every single year I was required to buy new things. Like new pen like new pencils, new crayons, new notebooks. I was like, why would I need an entire box of pencils every single year? You know, as soon as I was allowed to, I literally just bought like one mechanical pencil and like one box of like extra pencil lead, and I had never bought again. Like I never needed extra because it took so long to finish the lead. So I was like, I don't know, it's like, it's just so overkill. Like schools are just insane these days. I can't really understand how people justify how expensive they are for no reason. Oh my god, she doesn't even know who Chaska is either. She doesn't know who we are. Has she been living under a rock this entire time? Okay, opening ceremony. Milani brought along special paint Pinocchio? Okay, I really can't pronounce the words in this game sometimes. That colors anything that passes it by in vibrant colors. However, don't forget to break open paint bombs to obtain supplies of pigment. Oh, okay, so we're not really doing anything then? Well, this seems pretty easy then. Yeah, I feel like next patch hopefully might be chiller for me. I am really hoping I don't end up having to get any characters just for like meta reasons, because that's gonna be like really frustrating. This is so dizzying, oh my god. Oh. Are we almost done? Wait, actually, we still have quite a lot. No, I missed it. Wait, I think we at least reached like the minimum requirement, so not the best, but should be decent enough. Okay, wait, sorry. Almost done. Once I finish this, I can like actually read the chat. And it's like one of those times you really have to like concentrate. Oh, we made it! Nice. Okay. For now, for how few brain cells I have, I chose science as my high school as my main subjects. My register fills per week for how much I have to write in physics and chemistry and math. Tuition teacher just straight up tells, go repeat these theorem 10 times, right? I will check that. What? Wait, that's such like a shitty teaching method though. Like anyone whoever actually learns anything, that repeating it all the time does not actually help anyone. I started then using cheap register, which are made by recycling newspaper. They're kind of backish and very rough paper, but they give triple the amount of pages, while white registers give. I still have to change every month. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good though. That's good. It's definitely like better to just recycle when you can. I think when I went into like college, I ended up getting a lot of my old notebooks and kind of just ripping them together, or like taking, you know, like how sometimes when you buy like a notebook and you don't finish like all the pages, I just kind of like rip out the older pages and just like kind of keep them for, or like file them away, and then use the old notebook as like the new subject. Man, because it was like such a waste, like every single time having like so many notebooks and like so much papers that like go unused, and I was like really irritated by the whole thing. Not to mention, it's like having so many different notebooks is like really heavy, so I ended up getting like some of those thinner notebooks anyways. I think a lot of them are like supposed to be like refill packs or like kind of like disposable types of notebooks, so they ended up being like a lot cheaper than like the fancy ones. Like I don't really understand why people would spend so much on like fancy notebooks and then like not actually use them to study properly. I spent way too much studying in like high school and in college. I was like all the struggles. Like I had so many notebooks that were just like filled up from all of my notes. I did that after every class change, and we had to give so much tests and have to rip out our own paper from a register for it. Yeah, it's definitely good to like save when you can. It's like these are things that's not really like worth like overspending on. It feels so weird watching Milani do this move without her like without her musical instruments. But yeah, I had a lot of classmates before who were like those who kept buying like new planners every single year, and then they just like those really huge planners, like the size of like an entire laptop, and then never actually write anything in it. You probably see like, oh, maybe it's like just like 5 pages and like out of 100. It's like, why would you even bother doing that, you know? Like, you know, the current like notebook that I'm using now was like a notebook that was given to me like as a gift from my friend a few years back. And then when my coworker saw me using that, and she's like, "Oh, hey, I have like a bunch of extra refillable pages that I never bothered using. Like, you can have those." She just gave me like a whole bunch. So like the number of pages I had ended up doubling, and it was like really really helpful because like I've been using this notebook for like ages, and like it's still not even anywhere close to finishing. But yeah, I'm just like forcing myself not to buy anything, like any new stationery anymore, because it's like it's such a waste. So like now, surprisingly, all the pencils that I'm using in the office are the same pencils I used when I was a kid, like back in school. Like my mom just like found a whole bunch of them. She just sharpened them all at home and then just put them in an envelope for me to bring to the office. That was just kind of really hilarious. So pretty much like they're all in my office drawers. Anytime I need a pencil, I can just like yoink one out. And then like when people try to borrow my pencils, like and like normally they're expecting, I think they're expecting me to like let them borrow my mechanical pencil, which obviously not. So it's like, oh here, I just have a bunch of pencils you can use. Like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's like you can just like get the pencil, but like if it's my mechanical pencil, it's like nope, you cannot get this. Wow, wow, Chaska just posing so dramatically. Oh my god, she's not even looking at whatever it is that everyone else is looking at. There was a teacher who need clean white printer pages for tests. I have to buy them separately. They're expensive, then register. That guy. Yeah! Oh my god, that's so annoying. People like that who force you to buy specific things just because they're like so petty about it. It's like, if you want these like fancy papers, just like provide it yourself, you know? Like, why do we have to be the ones to pay for it? And like, if you're like, I have this general concept that's like if you want to be super picky about things, it's like you have to be the one to sponsor it. Because like otherwise, like I'm not willing to do that. Conversely, you know, a few years back, I did end up having like a teacher who was like so into like saving the environment that like every time we had like papers, like she would force us to like cut it into smaller and smaller pieces. Like for example, if it's like a multiple test exam. So it's just like basically like ABC, right? So you're just like literally writing letters. So she would get like this really small, like those 1/4 sheets of paper, and she'd ask us to cut it even smaller, and then we would just write our answers like really tiny on those things. Except at one point, she kind of made the mistake of like losing a whole set of exams because the papers were so small they got lost so easily. And then after that, she was like so embarrassed by the whole thing. She's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, guys. I kind of like lost your exam. So I will just give everyone like a perfect score for this." Like, oh, thank God. That was really hilarious. But like, yeah. And after that, she was like, "Okay, like we're just gonna use slightly bigger paper next time because like that time was like a little bit too small already." It's like, thank God. Yeah, education's just, I don't know. I just really can't justify like having kids in this economy. It's like it's just so painful. Like I don't know why anyone wants to do that. It's like pretty much I don't know. Anytime like I talk to people about like why they want kids, like they really can't give like a concrete answer. I don't know. It's usually like trauma induced. That's like, oh, you know, because my parents treated me badly, so I'm gonna be like a better parent, which is just so you know, it's a very shitty reason for having children. It's not a competition. Like you should not be saying like you want to compete with your parents and that's why you want to have kids. Like, oh, you know, I want to be a better dad than my dad was. It's like, no. Like you're just gonna end up being just as bad as your dad if you have that kind of attitude, you know? And then or like they're just curious. Like literally, I had a coworker. Okay, this coworker already like she didn't get regularized in her office because she caused so much drama. But basically, she had her first kid in college while she was studying because her quote unquote reason was, oh, I was just curious. It's like, curious? Like, what do you mean you're curious about having kids? Like, you decided to have a child on a whim because you were curious? That's like, how do you justify that? Like, that's such. Also, she was not a good parent, by the way. Obviously. But, like, that was so embarrassing to hear, you know? It's like, you really did that? And then sometimes, like, these people feel like they're so proud of themselves. Like, oh, you know, like, I'm like 28, but I already have 3 kids. It's like, that's not something to be proud of, you know. That means like, and her oldest kid is like what 7 years old, which means you had it when you were like in college, like 21 or something. Like, were you even ready to have a child? Like, did you even have like the funds or the maturity level to like have this child? Yeah, it's like I'm just thankful like I don't really care. I'm not the type to get like peer pressure. So like I don't care how many of my friends or well, I don't really have too much friends to begin, but like I don't even care how many of them are like having kids. Like when I see their life, it's like, wow, your life sucks. That's pretty much. If you ever know this character from Parks and Recreation, she's I forgot exactly what her position was, but she's kind of like on like an acquaintance basis with like the main characters. Every time she visits their house to do like lawyery stuff, she's like pretty much, wow, your life sucks. And then they're kind of asking her like, so why are you wearing a poncho? It's like because every surface in your house is so sticky. It's like, yeah, she's like, so pretty much every time she goes there, she's like literal. She's wearing like a literal raincoat, and like the main character's kids are running all over the place, and pretty much they're just like smearing food and like crayons and paint everywhere. So that's why like her poncho just literally like saves her work outfit each time. Yeah, I don't know. It's just why would you get peer pressured into making such a huge decision? Like I want to have pets, but honestly, I don't even think I'm willing to have pets if only because like how expensive it's going to be. Yeah. In USA 25 and 7 kids, like my god. That's pretty much abuse at this point. Like no no family should have that much children. I think for me in general, I think the probably like decent number of kids at like a maximum for me is like 3 children. Any more than that, you're definitely not gonna give enough attention to all of them equally to like to raise them properly. A bunch of them will definitely be neglected, especially the older children. You're gonna end up turning them into like mini parents, right? And like, what kind of child wants to have that kind of responsibility? Like, imagine like you're 10 years old and you have to take care of like a 3-year-old child. Like, you don't even have like the freedom to like be a child yourself. Like, you're so young and yet you've already been forced to like take care of your others. What's happening to Nifflet? Like, you have to be forced to like take care of your siblings because your parents couldn't be bothered to take care of them themselves, and then ends up it's so expensive also. So like, oh my god, we have to work so hard because you have so many kids. Like, whose fault was that though? I mean, like, you could have just had less kids. Like, if you had less kids, you would have less expenses and you wouldn't have to work so hard. If you work less, it means you can actually spend more time with your family and you could like actually raise your family properly. Like, people just like have such insane logic sometimes. It's like, did you even like understand anything growing up? Sounds like my sister's work table. Work table? I plugged my phone in her electric slot on her table and put it on. When I picked it back up, spongy coffee powder is sticking to it. Never using your stuff. Oh my god. No. I really hate like messy spaces. It's like, it's okay to be a little bit disorganized, but it cannot be like messy. It cannot be like food messy. It cannot have like garbage around it. Like that's for me like one of the most stressful things. Like, you need a clean environment around you. Otherwise your health suffers. I think a lot of people don't realize it, but just being messy will like literally affect your day-to-day life because like you're gonna have like a lot more dust, a lot more allergens, a lot more bacteria all over the space, and like your health will suffer. Like, promise, it really will.
着いた。ここが地図にあった海の花園だな。
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I ended up going on like a really long rat session instead. But yeah, I guess that's how it goes. Sometimes when like the quest that I'm doing is like not super engaging, honestly. It's okay. It's fun enough, but I think generally because these are not characters that I'm like personally invested in, so it becomes a little bit more difficult to like actually listen and pay attention. But yeah, I ended up starting the stream like much earlier than usual, like one to make up for missing yesterday's stream, and then also because I will be finally picking up my dad from the airport later. So probably maybe like before 11 I will end the stream just to give you like with like in less than an hour I will end the stream just to like get ready to like leave, and then yeah. I kind of hope that I can get snacks on the way though. I have a really strong craving for like French fries right now, but I think that's probably just me. I'm always hungry for French fries or junk food in general. This is one of the reasons why I can never like get thin. Like I exercise a lot, but it obviously is not enough to like make up for all the calories I consume in a day. But thankfully though, yesterday I ended up being able to order from this like burger joint that I like. Actually, I didn't order the burgers. I just ended up ordering deep fried pickles and deep fried jalapeno slices. They were so good. I think the problem though is that they give you a little bit too much jalapeno slices, so ends up it kind of gets like really oily afterwards. I want to eat hard-boiled eggs if I don't have to. Oh my god, eggs! I love eggs too. You know what I really like though? It's like those Singaporean style, like the soft boiled eggs. It's not really like poached eggs. I'm not really sure what you call it though. It's like the kind of egg that's like really liquidy. You kind of dunk your bread in. I don't know. Maybe Dragon Junwei knows what it's called. But yeah, I've only been able to like eat it a few times. I've been relatively unsuccessful trying to recreate it at home. Yeah, mostly because of like safety concerns, I think. My mom was generally like, no, don't eat like raw eggs, you're gonna get a tummy ache. But like it's not raw, technically speaking. It's like kind of like very, very, very soft boiled. It's like I think it would be like even more watery than a poached egg kind of vibe. I will try to search what it's called. But yeah, it's so good though. Like if you add a little bit of like dark soy sauce, so it has like the kind of like savory feeling to it, and like you dunk bread, or if you have bread with like kaya jam on it, it tastes so good. Man, all this talk about food is making me hungry. I feel like my dinner was definitely not enough though. My mom ended up making like fried rice from like leftover rice that we had recently, except she didn't add any like toppings into it except for like maybe a little bit of like egg and cabbage, but like that's it. Like we don't have like a main, we don't have anything like say like a chicken wing or like a pork cutlet or something like that. So it's pretty much just a little bit of fried rice, and then I did end up cutting up some tomatoes. I'm so mad though because I bought tomatoes I bought like a bag of tomatoes from the grocery store recently. Like when was that? I think Saturday, or was that like maybe Sunday, I think. One of those, like over the weekend. And then I ended up buying tomatoes that are not very red. I think it's closer to like maybe yellowish or orangish because I didn't want it to like get ripe too quickly. Except the problem is like my mistake was that when I put them in the pantry, I didn't take them out of the plastic bag that they were in. Like I mean I opened the plastic bag, but I didn't take them out of it. So it ends up some of the tomatoes ended up like sticking too much together, and like because of like the moisture and the heat, a lot of them spoiled. I think maybe like 5 or 6 tomatoes spoiled, and I'm so mad because like that's probably like 1/3 of the bag already. It's like, oh, it's like, so I ended up like cutting up a bunch of them just to eat like as a mini salad on the side of my fried rice. I want to eat, but my country is very pro-vegetarian. My father told me he'll make chicken on Monday. Oh, nice, nice. I like chicken, but I mostly like chicken thighs though. Chicken thigh is like my favorite part of the chicken. That's why I'm very judgmental of this coworker that I don't like who only eats white chicken, like the breast part, like the really dry breast part. Because like, oh, because you know, because I want to stay sexy. It's like, what kind of reason is that? I don't know. It just felt so embarrassing listening to her. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's not even like the good kind of like chicken breast part. Like there are times when chicken breast can be good if you cook it properly and it's like really juicy. But the type that she likes is like the really dry, bland, like super white chicken breast. It's like, I don't even know anymore. I feel like your taste buds are kind of like ruined or something. But honestly, I don't know, I still feel like I need to eat like a lot more vegetables in my diet though. I do like salads, but I just don't really get to eat it very often, mostly because it's like a lot riskier. You know, like the feeling like, oh, because it's raw, it's like, what if there's like pesticides in it or something like that. Like that feeling. But yeah, tomatoes and cucumbers. I really want to add fruits in the salad though. Fruits make a salad taste so good. Dry white meat is very chewy because overcooked. Yeah, it tastes horrible. I really can't understand anyone who can tolerate that kind of texture. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, she is also... So this is the coworker I've been talking about, I think since last year, the super annoying one that I really hate. She's also one of those who's like, she will tell people, it's like, oh, you know, I can't eat this like noodle dish because it has shrimp in it and I'm allergic to shrimp. And then later on, when you're gonna ask her like, oh, so like, do you have any special requests on what you want to eat? Like, oh, let's eat tempura. It's like, let's eat shrimp tempura. And you're like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, you told us before that you're allergic to shrimp, and then now you're telling us that you want to eat shrimp tempura. It's like, my god, like, I don't even know. You know, one point, because I told this story a lot to people in the office. So one time, my coworkers actually showed me like her Facebook story, and then she was eating like huge seafood platters, and then like literally that same coworker ended up dragging me to like the secretary's table, and he was like, look at this, and he was showing me the sick leave form of that girl who was like saying like, oh, you know, I'm taking sick leave because of seafood allergies. I was like, oh my god, she did it to herself. She ended up eating seafood that she's allergic to and ended up taking sick leave right after because of that. I was like, I don't know. I can't tell if you were just trying to find an excuse to like not go to the office or if you're really like that dumb. Eating fruits is better than drinking fruit juice because grinding them break their fat. Yes, yeah, that's true also. I eat fruits every single day before dinner because my dad has this concept like fruits would help your digestion, which is true, obviously. It helps. Like fruits and vegetables before your main meal will help a lot with your digestion, so it's better for your overall gut health. Kind of like that. So we usually eat like a variety per day, like maybe 2 to 3 kinds of fruits per day. My dad is like very specific about it. He's all like, you need like better health and all that. And because my mom really doesn't like most vegetables, she's like, okay, fine, we'll just like compensate with like more fruits. Kind of like, I just want more though of like both. Mostly because I'm getting older and I feel like, yeah, my body is not the same as it was before. I get drastically like sleepier these days. Like yesterday after the internet was so bad, like it just kept breaking up and I was like so frustrated by the whole thing. Like even my mobile data was not working very well that I ended up sleeping so early. I think like probably 10:30 or something. I was already like fast asleep. I just kind of tried to like do what I can and like everything else is like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this anymore. This is like tomorrow's problem. Come home early for dinner? You're in big trouble. What? What kind of language is that?
子供の頃は見分けられなくて早めに帰った結果お仕置きされてた
頑丈で速いこれがナタの熱気球かすごいぜ
What do you mean super sturdy and fast? You mean these same Natalie's air balloons that basically caused a lot of deaths because we were forced to ride these things during the war instead of like teleporting on our own? These balloons? Really? This is insane. I can't believe they're saying that to us right now. So many people died in the war because of these balloons. Okay, use paintballs to color the chroma roller, which will absorb the power in the pigments and move forward, painting the plants and leaves in its path with a variety of hues while giving color to the flowers in the fields and causing them to bloom. While coloring foam flower fields, don't forget to add some color to nearby decorations. I don't know why it feels like these instructions are just like so difficult to read. What What am I doing?
絵の具玉でコロコロを押して前に進もう。
Do we just like color everything? Maybe we should like switch colors. Everything's turning red. Like why? Hit the Mario Kart with paint and color the obstacles and decorations. Oh, okay. Mario Kart. That's the start point. Wait, where was that? I have no idea where the starting point was. Okay, we're definitely going. Oh, wait, this one? I don't know. I feel like we definitely missed something. Wait, let's just abandon the challenge and do it again. Yeah, okay. Where are we? This one? So, okay, wait. I had to watch a tutorial for it too. Oh my god. Where's the one? This one? Are you talking about like these little things nearby? This one, I'm guessing. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's those things then. So we just kind of follow along the path and just kind of hope we're doing it correctly. Everything is red though. Is this normal? Is it all supposed to be red? Paint 20 decorations. Okay, let's see if we can actually finish that. Oh, I think we're doing decently okay. What? We're fighting monsters now? Are you insane? Why? This is so hassle. Okay, okay. We survived that one. Oh, there! Okay, we finished those. Wait, we're oh, there it is. I was wondering why we suddenly were missing one. Press Z. I was trying to change colors, but I can't change any. Oh, there! Joke. Okay, kind of seems a little bit too late to be doing this now, though. Does the color stay afterwards, or can you just, like, change it? Anyways, I feel like at this point it's probably not, like, too important anyways. I don't think I'm gonna be, like, looking at that later on. I just kind of want to finish the stage and get it over with. But yeah, this is taking surprisingly longer than expected. Genshin logic be like, pick up flower, extract dye, color the grass. So many things going on. Yeah, see all the colors, everything's just red. But I think you can change that anytime, right? If I remember correctly. The important thing is like the colors on the ground, not really the decorations anyways. Oh my god, it's not another one of those coins. I wonder if I'll actually be able to get it this time. Oh no, there's a problem for sure. When people come running towards us and like kind of huffing and puffing like that, something is not going right. Why not just plant colorful plants in the first place? Yeah, honestly, these guys, their logic is definitely flawed. They're like, oh, instead of just doing it the first time correctly, we're gonna do it once and then do it differently the second time. It's like, Okay, yeah, I don't even want to think about that anymore. The sea of flowers and the colors were so stunning.
皆さんはカラフル崖の救世主です。
Yeah, this guy. It would have been nicer if he made noises though. You know, I really miss like the Aranara because they made like really cute like squeaky noises. They sounded like little plush like little squeaky toys. Like when they walk, they have like this pitter patter about them that makes them super adorable.
やったのはほとんどあの二人だけどな。
Yeah, it's always us for sure. We're always doing like 90% of the work.
楽しんでいかれませんか？というより、ここのランドマークに色を塗っていただけませんか？
え、すごそうだな。本当にいいのか？
もちろん。きっと。いいえ、絶対大丈夫です。むしろお願いですから引き受けてください。
Why is the voice like not matching like her actions?
代わってお礼させていただきたいんです。この体験は報酬よりも貴重だと思いますよ。
I feel like an experience like this would be even more special than a monetary reward. It's like, no, give us the money. Give us the money first, and then anything else can come afterwards. Yeah, see, they have the same thoughts as Paimon. It's like, no, we want the money. And even Bennett had to actually cover for her. It's like, even he realizes Paimon's being an asshole. It's like, no, Paimon, you can't say that. You gotta say that you want the experience before the money. Ride the hot air balloon and head to the airborne Asha. I ignored FGO quest till it become 50-hour grind. Now it's kind of, oh my god, 50 hours. That's so insane. But yeah, honestly, I get that feeling because I also ignored a lot of stuff in Ensemble Stars and this other gacha game that I'm also playing, and it's incredibly troublesome now. Like, for this 1 week alone, I have had to read... Okay, how many story quests? 62, 32. I have had to read 64 quests because I didn't read them before. Like, 32 of them I could have done previously over the course of like a few months, but then I ended up not wanting to do them, and then the current event is like 32 chapters, so like basically 16 chapters is 32, it's like 64 chapters altogether. It's like, oh my god, that's so many. So much stuff to read. It's so troublesome, and like it would have been much better if I had done them the first time around instead of just like skipping them and leaving them till later. I have to finish Natlan before Nodcry. Honestly, same. I think I have a lot of stuff left to do in Natlan as well. I've been trying to go through it like little by little. I think only... Yeah, my progress here is kind of like really mediocre. The only one that I actually completed is just the Ancient Sacred Mountain. This one! This is the only thing I'm happy about, that I actually did this. I never want to come back here anymore. I don't know. It's like Natlan's just very inconvenient overall with the way that things are designed. Like, it's not bad. It's like visually it looks good, but it's just incredibly troublesome. Like, I miss like the early days of like Mondstadt. The exploration there was like drastically easier.
着きました。こちらがふわふわ風のリア車です。
Fua fua? That's really what they call it?
すげえ。こんなに大きかったなんて。色を塗ったら離れたところからでもよく見えるようになりそう
Although
だ。
I think my priority should probably be this new area. Like, I'll finish this new area first before I go back to like some of the older regions. If only because like the older regions, like the time limited rewards were already like gone anyways. So at least this one, the time limited rewards is still ongoing.
ヒュー丘の屋上プールからでも、ティティ島の海岸からでも見えますよ。
Rooftop pool and the hoo-ha or the fords. Or is it fjords? Fjords? I'm not sure how to pronounce this though. I think it's like Norwegian term?
二人ともいい感じに仕上げてね。
うわテンション上がってきたぜ。どんな色にしようかな。俺のラ
What is this guy doing? He's just shaking his butt. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. I can't understand Mona too.
情報量が多すぎる。
What do you mean? Chatsuka doesn't know either.
俺多分分かったぜ。アシャは俺と同じチームに入って。
At this point, I think these guys are just making stuff up on the spot, and it kind of like Bennett just wants to be the one to compete against us.
困ってる人を助けるのは好きだけど、勝ち負けのある挑戦こそ平凡なイベントをワクワクする冒険に変えるから、その刺激を楽しみたいんだってさ。
Yeah, it's like how did he say all of that just by like shaking his butt around?
俺の
I
回
filled in the gaps here and there. So he's just guessing also.
この反応合ってるみたいだね。どんどん仲良くなってるじゃん。
まあまあアシャ、俺も同じ気持ちだけど、旅人に俺たちの考えを教え
It feels so weird that he's like patting this thing, but there's like what, like a 4-inch gap between his head and like his
友
hand.
達の気持ちと意見は尊重しないとだぞ。
A chance to challenge our team captain. That's just what I've been waiting for. As long as you two are happy, that's all that matters. Even against all five of you, I'll still come out on top. Of course, we're confident because it's true though. We're definitely gonna win all of this. Just watch me.
両チーム準備はできましたか？それで
Have a spray painting competition with Bennett. But where? Oh, wait, what's happening? This feels like it's gonna be really troublesome again. In this competition, you must try your best to paint over your opponent's graffiti zone or the graffiti zone that hasn't been painted over with your own paint. You will emerge victorious if your paint covers a certain amount of the graffiti zone. Balloons controlled by your opponent will throw paint bombs. When these explode, they will cover nearby graffiti zones in paint, handing your opponent an advantage. However, if you use paintballs to shoot the paint bombs before they explode, you can cause them to prematurely explode and convert to your own color. Use this to your advantage and seize the upper hand.
炎の色だ。 追いつかれた。早く絵の具爆弾を発射しないと。悪い悪い。でも全力を出さない方が失礼だろ。
Will I not fall off the edge though? I feel like I'm going to die after this though.
頑張って飛び跳ねてもあいつらには見えないぞ。
Ah!
声と元気は届くでしょ。頑張れ頑張れ旅人。
Or just like taking over his stuff. It's like, to hell with you. But what else though? This is like a really difficult spot to be in. Oh, we're actually not doing so well. Oh no.
"どれだけ頑張って飛び跳ねてもあいつらには見えないぞ。
でも私の声と元気は届くでしょ。頑張れ頑張れ旅人。
Wait, did we win? I can't
それでは
tell.
発表します。一回戦に
Oh, we took the first round. Nice. Okay. Yeah, this is
両チーム
hassle.
決勝戦の会場であるふわふわ風のリア社の頂上へお進みください。
What do you mean head to the top? Oh. Okay, this one. They're really not making things convenient for
俺
us.
も強くなってこの試合に勝つんだ。
I'm so jealous. Like, he gets a whole ass balloon and we're just using a tiny ass monotube.
すごいモードだな。
I so irritated. Bennett! Bennett! I'm so mad right now. Wait, I can't tell if he won this round though. It's kind of hard because like, to pay attention to the bar on top, I think.
いい試合だった。相手してくれてありがとな。
I'd say it was pretty even. You and Asha made a brilliant team. I should have asked for Paimon's help. Wait, did we lose? Oh my god, I can't tell though. Anyway, it's fine. I don't want to see the result anyways. Oh, we won! Hey, nice, we did win. I know I just said like I didn't really care, but I'm still happy we won anyways. That's how petty I can be sometimes.
実を言うと最初は本当にアシャたちの言葉を解読できるなんて信じてなかったんで
Your
す。
voice is like really high pitched though when you think about it.
手に汗握っちゃった。帰化聖夜の巡礼の決勝戦を観戦してるみたいだったよ。
同感だ。試合が白熱した時には私も何発か撃ちたくなってしまった。
チャスカの弾って色塗れるの？
濡れるものもあるが何色になるかは保証できない。それに私の銃じゃヒュルヒュル墜落アシャと
What the? What? What was Chaska planning on doing with this guy?
これでふわふわ風のリアシャの完成まであと一歩。
Oh, we're not done yet? What?
それではお二人とも光を灯してください。
The brushes. Whoa. Oh, hey, that's really pretty. How do these guys even have this kind of technology? Sometimes I always wonder about like the things that happen in this game.
素敵だったでしょ？おすすめの写真スポットがあるのでご紹介しますよ。よーし、ふわふわ風のリアシャ絶好調だね。みんなの姿もバッチリ収まってるよ。チャスカ、もうちょっと真ん中に寄って。
最高だぜ。
みんな準備できた？
Didn't be decked out.
大丈夫大丈夫。ビューンって戻るから。3、2、1。
Chaska's being cool again as usual. Who's been following us this entire time though? I was so focused on watching the competition that I forgot to take the hot air balloon and get a bird's eye view of the resort. Paimon thinks that just shows how completely absorbed you were. Could anyone hear my shouts of passion? Paimon's worried her ears will be ringing for weeks. Are you still at second quest? It's oh my god, second quest. Damn. Wait. What the? Oh, we unlocked a new color. Okay, okay. Nice. A new chest. Fancy chests.
悪くない代物か。
Okay. Wow. The progress really is long though. Actually, I feel like this is probably like a good point to stop because I don't know how long the next portion is going to be, and I do need to leave the house in a bit already to like go to the airport. So yeah, okay. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I think we will probably have to end the stream right here. But you know, thank you so much everyone who joined me on today's stream. I hope you had a great time probably watching me struggle against all the weird ass challenges they've been doing. Oh my god, yo, look at this stream while you find it. Wait, oh no. We're kind of ending the stream right now though. Yeah, so it's a little bit like unfortunate timing. Yeah. Because I ended up starting the stream earlier than usual today, mostly like to make up for yesterday, and yeah, because I also need to leave for the airport in a bit. But hopefully I can stream at least maybe one more time over the weekend if I have, you know, some free pockets of time or something. So I guess I will see you guys again soon. Feel free to join the Discord or follow me on like my other socials accounts to get like updates and all that. And I will see you next time. Thanks again, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and goodbye for now.